I was thinking of our friend, Lafcadio the Great.
Ah yes, our fellow circus performer.
You remember the first time Lafcadio came to a Finchfinger circus?
I certainly do. That must have been many years ago now.
He certainly had quite a story. I'd say they'd all like to hear it.
Would you like to hear the story of Lafcadio, the lion who shot back? I said, would you like to hear the story of Lafcadio, the lion who shot back?
Yes!
Well, it all started a long time ago, deep in the jungle.
Now, where should I begin? Well, once there was a young lion and his name was, well, I don't really know what his name was because he lived in the jungle with a lot of other lions, and if he did have a name, it certainly wasn't a name like Joe or Ernie or nothing like that.
No, I think it was more of a lion name, like maybe Groggoff.
Or Rugger.
Or Grump.
Or Grr.
Well, anyway, he had a name like that, and he lived in the jungle with the other lions, and he did the usual lion things like jumping.
And playing in the grass.
And swimming in the river.
And eating rabbits.
And chasing other lions.
And sleeping in the sun.
And he was very happy.
Well then, one day after all the lions had eaten a good lunch and were sleeping in the sun, snoring lion snores, and the sky was blue and the birds were going caw caw, and the grass was blowing in the breeze, and it was quiet and wonderful, and suddenly...
And they started to run, lickety-split, lickety-clipped, or clippity-clop, clippity-clop. Or is that the way horses run? Well, they ran whatever way lions run, I don't know, maybe even pippity-pop.
Anyway, they all ran away, well, almost all.
Hey, why is everybody running?
Run, kid! Run, run, run! The hunters are coming!
Hunters? Hunters? What are hunters?
Look, you better stop asking so many questions and just run if you know what's good for you.
So the young lion got up, stretched, and began to run. Pittity-pat, or was it clippity-clop?
I think we've gone through all this before.
And after he had run for a while, he stopped and looked back.
Hunters. I wonder what hunters are. Hunters. Hunters. I like the sound of the name Hunters.
So he had all the other lions run ahead, and he stopped and hid behind some tall grass.
And then soon he could see the hunters coming. They all stood on their hind feet, and they wore nice little red caps, and they all carried gummy sticks that made loud noises.
The young lion liked how they looked, and when one came close, he stood up.
Hi, Hunter.
Good heavens! A ferocious lion! A dangerous lion! A roaring, bloodthirsty, man-eating lion! I'm not a man-eating lion. I eat rabbits and blackberries. No excuses. I'm going to shoot you.
But I give up!
Don't be silly. Whoever heard of a lion giving up? Lions don't give up. Lions fight to the end. Lions eat up hunters. So I'm going to shoot you now and make you into a nice rug and put you in front of my fireplace. And on cold winter evenings, I will sit on you and roast marshmallows.
Well, my goodness, you don't have to shoot me. I can be your rug, and I'll lie in front of your fireplace and I won't move a muscle, and you can sit on me, toast all of the marshmallows you want. I love marshmallows.
You what?
Well, to be absolutely honest with you, I don't know if I really love marshmallows or not because I never really tasted one. But I love most things. I love the sound of the word marshmallow, and if they taste as good as they sound, I just know I'll love them.
That's ridiculous. I have never heard of a lion giving up. I have never heard of a lion eating marshmallows. I'm going to shoot you now, and that is that.
But why?
Because I am. That's why.
What was that click? Am I shot?
I'm afraid I forgot to load my gun. I guess the joke is on me, haha. But if you will just excuse me for a moment, I will put the bullet in and we will go on from there.
No, I don't think I will. I don't think I'll let you put a bullet in. I don't think I'll let you shoot me. I don't think I want to be a rug. And I don't think you are a very nice hunter. After all, I think I'm going to eat you up.
But why?
Because I am. That's why.
After he had eaten the hunter all up, he ate the hunter's red cap, but it tasted sort of woolly.
And he tried to eat up the funny stick in the bullets, but he couldn't chew them.
So he kept them as a souvenir and carried them back to the other lions.
Now the other lions were all sitting around telling stories about the arrival of the hunters.
I was the fastest running away from the hunters.
Well, I was the bravest. So, I was the fiercest.
But I was the toughest.
And other lies like that, like lions like to lie about.
Yeah, we!
Whoa, where did you get that gun?
Yes, why do you have a gun?
Gun? Gun? What is a gun? That is the stick they use to shoot us with. Now take it out of here and throw it away. It gives me goosebumps just to look at it.
Now, wasn't that a silly thing to say? Imagine a lion getting goosebumps. That is almost as silly as a goose getting lion bumps.
I wonder, how to shoot this thing anyway.
He picked up a bullet with his teeth and pushed it in the gun with his nose and shoved it into the barrel with his tongue.
Then he stuck his left tooth into the trigger and tried to shoot it, but he couldn't.
Then he tried to pick it up with his paws and shoot with his claws, which was even sillier.
He tried to shoot with his whiskers. All he got was tired whiskers.
He stuck his tail into the trigger and then he pulled as hard as he could and then the gun went...
Hey, stop running. It's only me, and I've shot the gun.
You had better forget about shooting.
And stick to lining where you belong.
But the young lion was happy about shooting, and every afternoon while the other lions were sleeping, he would sneak away and practice for hours until he was able to lift the guns up in his paw.
And he practiced and practiced for days and days until finally he was able to shoot the gun.
But of course he wasn't able to hit anything but the sky.
So he practiced and practiced and practiced for weeks and weeks until he was finally able to hit the big mountain.
And he practiced for months and months until soon he was able to shoot the waterfall.
And then soon he was able to shoot the cliff.
And soon he was able to shoot the trees.
And the coconuts off the trees.
And the berries off the bush.
And the flies off the berries.
And then the ears off the flies.
And the dust off their ears.
And finally the sunlight off the dust.
And do you think he was a good shot? I said, do you think he was a good shot?
Well, just the best shot in the world, that's all.
And what did he do for ammunition? Why, every time he ran out of bullets, he ate up another hunter, took his bullets and practiced some more.
Then one nice day, while he was practicing, the young lion heard some shooting from the other side of the jungle.
And I don't have to tell you what happened.
Where are you running? Look, we have gone through this all before. You had better stop asking so many questions and move!
Hey, why am I running away?
And guess what? There were no more hunters left.
Hey, what is going on around here anyway?
Hey, what's happening?
Golly gee, can you believe it?
They all had lunch and then they lay down and slept in the sun with smiles on their faces and little bits of bread roll on their whiskers.
And the young lion, why, he was the happiest of them all, because he had piles and piles of new ammunition.
You're the greatest lion of them all.
And we seen plenty of lions.
So all the lions lived a very happy life and slept in the afternoon.
And played in the sun.
And flowed in the river.
And never worried about anything.
See, every time a new group of hunters came to shoot, why, that young lion shot right back at them.
And when men came into the jungle to find out what happened to the hunters,
And pretty soon no man came into the jungle at all.
And it was nice and quiet.
Now all the lions are fat and happy.
And all of them had nice hunter rugs.
But on the one rainy afternoon, while the young lion was practicing some more very fancy shooting,
Like standing on his head and shooting with his teeth.
And shooting with his elbows with one eye closed.
and shooting behind his back.
And sideways.
And even upside down.
and a little man with a tall, funny hat,
And an elegant vest.
And a golden watch and a golden chain.
And shiny shoes.
And a droopy mustache.
And a big belly that shook like a bowl full of raspberry jam.
came walking through the jungle.
Oh me! Oh my! Ugh! Hey, it is hot! These darned mosquitoes!
And now the lions didn't hear him coming until the very last minute.
But when they finally noticed him, they didn't even bother to run.
And they rolled over and went back to sleep.
And the young lion yawned and picked up his gun.
I think I'll shoot this one standing on my head with one eye crossed and three paws tied behind my back.
Wait! Don't shoot me!
Why not?
Because I am not a hunter. I'm a circus man and I want you to come and be in my circus.
Circus, smirkus, dominicus. I don't want to be in a cage in your old circus.
You wouldn't have to be in a cage. You can be my trick shooter.
Shooter, smooter, scooter, booter. I'm already a great shooter. I'm the greatest shooter in the jungle.
But you can make lots of money and you can be the greatest shooter in the world and you can be famous and eat wonderful foods and wear silk shirts and yellow shoes and go to wonderful parties and have everyone pat you on the back or scratch you behind the ears or whatever people do to lions. I don't know.
Ears, shoes, a glass of beers. What do I want with all that stuff?
Everyone wants that stuff. Come with me and be rich and famous and happy and be the greatest lion in all the world.
Well, if I do come, will I get a marshmallow?
A marshmallow? A marshmallow! Why, my good fellow, you'll have thousands of marshmallows. You have marshmallows for breakfast, marshmallows for lunch, and marshmallows for supper. And do you know what you have in between meals?
Marshmallows?
Marshmallows! I will build you a marshmallow house, and I will get you a marshmallow mattress for your bed for midnight snacks. And I will make you a marshmallow suit with a marshmallow hat. And when you take showers, you will have a shower with hot, melted marshmallow. Why, you have more marshmallows than any lion in the world. Shall I sing you the marshmallow song? Marshmallows, marshmallows, mushing, mushing, mellow, mulling, mallows, mushing, fellows, mushy, mushy.
I'd rather you didn't.
Well, it's really not too bad a song considering that I just made it up. Well, anyway, pick up your gun, pack your suitcase, and let's go to the big city.
I don't have a suitcase.
So bad you aren't an elephant, because you could pack your trunk.
That's a pretty corny joke, even for the jungle.
Okay, pack up your toothbrush and let's get out of here.
I don't have a toothbrush.
No toothbrush? How do you brush your teeth?
I don't brush my teeth.
You don't brush your teeth? What does your dentist say about that?
I don't have a dentist.
No dentist? Well then who?
Look, if you want me to go, I'll go. I'll do anything to rather listen to your terrible jokes. You are sure about those marshmallows?
Absolutely sure.
And away they went.
After traveling for many days and nights, they came to the city.
And it wasn't anything like the jungle.
There were lots of people and tall square things.
And things that looked like hippopotamuses that moved very fast with people inside them.
What are those?
Those are cars.
Can I have a car?
Can you have a car? Why, you will have a car made of pure gold with silver wheels and diamond bumpers and marshmallow seats
And hey, what are those total things with the windows in them?
Those are buildings. Office buildings, apartment buildings, store buildings, school buildings, and roller skating rink buildings.
Can I have a building?
Can you have a building? Why, I'll get you the tallest, widest marshmallow building that you ever... Taxi! Take us to the Groundbacker Hotel.
Wait a minute. Is that a line with you, sir?
Of course he's with me.
Well, I'm not taking no line with me. No, sir, I'm not driving no line around.
Give us a nice room with a nice bathtub.
And a nice marshmallow bed.
You had better go somewhere else to get a room. This is a very fancy hotel and we don't want any lions living here. Go! Go right up to your room, sir.
Say what you wanna, but I'm here to stay, 'cause I'm a mean old lion. He's a mean old lion. You can go where you're gonna, but don't get in my way, 'cause I'm a mean old lion. He's a mean old lion. You'll be standing in a drought if you don't hear it loud. Having to come around, you best not make him frown, or he just might knock you down. He's a mean old lion. You know I'm ready to fight and turn your day into night, 'cause I'm a mean old lion. He's a mean old lion. If you're half right, you'll pretend to the right, but I'm a mean old lion. He's a mean old lion. Strangers better beware. This is the king of the jungle here. He happens to let you slide. Don't stand here running hide. All his beds are tied. He's a mean old lion.
All out for 10th floor.
Let's go up and down again! I want to go up and down again!
But this is your floor. You have to get out of here.
And so the poor lift man had to drive the lift up and down, up and down.
Please, can we stop? I hate lifts. Let's go up and down a few more times. I love lifts.
Finally, after everybody was very, very tired, the lion and the finch finger got off the lift and went to their room. Well, which side of the bed do you want?
It doesn't make much difference to me. I've never slept in any beds.
I can sleep in the bushes if it's not the same as you. There are no bushes, and besides, this nice bed is softer than any old bushes. Why don't you lie down and try it? Doesn't that feel good? Isn't it softer and nicer than any old bushes? Well, it certainly is different. Now, come into the bathroom and take a nice hot bath. You smell like an animal. Am I going to take a bath in nice melted marshmallow like you promised? Well, not right now. We'll save that for later. Well then, I guess I'll just take a bath in the rivers, the way I've been doing it. River? There are no rivers running through hotel rooms.
Why don't you just get into the nice, hot bathtub full of water?
Don't you have to take off your clothes before you get into these things?
Of course.
Well, I don't have any clothes to take off, so I guess I can get in the tub.
Nonsense! You get right into that tub. Yeah!
This is the hottest bathtub I've ever been in!
This is the only bathtub you've ever been in. Isn't it much better than a bath in some dirty old river?
Well, it certainly tastes different.
Stop drinking that water! That is to wash with, not to drink.
I am sorry, but now I think I really like my marshmallow.
All in due time. Right now, we have to get you looking like a real gentleman sharpshooter. So please, get out of the tub and get dried off.
So the young lion sighed and climbed out of the tub.
And got dried with a big white fluffy towel.
And dried its claws.
Dried off his mane.
And even dried the tip of his tail.
Which is very hard for a lion to dry, as you know.
Now, you smell 100% better. Run down to the barber shop while I take a little nap. And also, get some clothes to wear. We can't have you running around absolutely naked.
Well, okay, but I really never thought of myself as naked before.
It took the lion a long time to get downstairs because he made the lift man take him up and down 46 times.
When he finally got outside, he began to look around for a barber shop, but he couldn't find one because he didn't know what a barber shop looked like.
Would you like a shoe shine?
As a matter of fact, I would, but I don't have any shoes.
Well, how about a portion?
Yes, I think I'd like a portion very much. Don't you think they're very beautiful and shiny now?
Oh, yes.
Could you tell me where the nearest barber shop might be?
Right over there.
Oh my gosh, I must have eaten a terrible lunch. I should have never had that chocolate ice cream mixed with my corned beef hash because now I've got an indigestion and I'm seeing things. As a matter of fact, I think I see a lion in my barber chair.
No, you are not seeing things. This is my friend, the lion, and he wants a haircut. And I imagine he wants his mustache trimmed as well.
Yes! I want a very good haircut. That is the main thing.
Well, you won't get here. I don't cut lions' hair. Yes, sir. How short would you like it?
And then the barber gave him a massage.
Which he loved because that is very much like being scratched behind the ears.
And he sprinkled his head with water that smelled wonderful.
As a matter of fact, he drank up half the bottle of it.
Before anyone could tell him that was definitely not the right thing to do.
I feel like a new lion.
Just a minute, you haven't paid me yet, and that'll cost you exactly nothing. Today is the day I'm giving free haircuts, and I hope you enjoyed yours very much.
And so the young lion went looking for dinner.
I think you will like the food here. Everything is quite delicious.
Well, it doesn't look so good to me. But, well, if you say so.
Stop. You are eating the menu.
Oh my, I'm sorry, but you said everything was so delicious, so...
My dear lion, I was speaking only for the food. The menu here are not too tasty at all. And also, I might add, eating a menu is not at all good taste.
Maybe not, but it's still better manners than eating up a waiter.
I guess he is right there, but now how about some nice lamb chop with a baked potato and some string beans and then some chocolate pudding with...
I want a marshmallow!
A marshmallow? We don't serve marshmallow here. This is a very fancy restaurant. Yes, sir.
Ah! A marshmallow! At last! A marshmallow! At last! A marshmallow! I mean marshmallow! Oh, it's as light as a feather. Oh, it's crispy on the outside. Oh, it's creamy on the inside. Oh, it's delicious. It's better than rabbits anytime.
More marshmallows!
Yes, sir.
Delicious! More marshmallows!
And the winner brought him a southern fried marshmallow.
Wonderful! And then he brought him a marshmallow in tomato sauce. Scrumptious!
And he brought him a boiled marshmallow and a scrambled marshmallow and a poached marshmallow.
And marshmallow, which is marshmallow soup.
And marshmallow, which is marshmallow chop.
And marshmallow, which is marshmallow stew.
And a marshmallow, which is a marshmallow omelette.
And mush everything.
And do you know what the lion ate for dessert?
Wrong.
He ate his napkin.
Ha ha, that's a good joke on you.
And finally, the young lion leaned back in his chair and patted his stomach.
I feel wonderful. And now I must have a suit. A gentleman's suit.
The bill, sir. On the house.
So the lion left the restaurant and found a tailor shop on Taylor Street.
Hi, tailors, make me a beautiful suit.
A suit for a lion? Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Definitely not.
Gah!
Yes, sir. Oh, definitely. Oh, absolutely. How about a nice brown tweed suit?
How about a lovely blue gabardine suit?
How about a purple and yellow suit with red polka dots and a vest to match?
I don't like them. How about a nice white marshmallow suit?
A marshmallow suit? Why, that's silly. You can't make a suit out of marshmallows.
Gah!
Yes, sir. Oh, definitely yes.
And the tailor's assistant didn't say anything because he was already down at the candy shop buying up all the marshmallows he could find.
After a while, he came back with a whole load of marshmallows.
So the three tailors put their heads together and tried to figure out a way to make a marshmallow suit.
Now, first, they tried to sew it with a needle and thread, but that didn't work.
And then they tried to sew it on a sewing machine, but the sewing machine got all gummed up with marshmallow.
And then the tailor's assistant got an idea.
So they stuck the marshmallow together with raspberry jam and made the suit.
How does it look?
Delicious! Wonderful! Now I really am a dandelion.
Let me tell you that the tailor and the tailor's assistant and the tailor's assistant seemed very happy to see the lion go.
Finally, the lion went back to the hotel.
And after he had gone up and down the lift 28 times, he went to meet the circus man.
So the lion and the circus man sat around until very late, drinking buttermilk and telling jokes and singing the marshmallow song.
Marshmallows, marshmallows, marching, marching, marshmallows, marching, mushy fellows, mushing, smushy marshmallows.
Which is really not a bad song once you've had a few glasses of buttermilk.
Well, I think we'd better get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow things are really going to start popping for Lafcadio the Great, the star of the Finchfinger Circus.
Who is Finchfinger?
That is I.
And who is Lafcadio the Great?
That is you.
But my name is Grumph or something like that.
Don't be silly. You can't say Grumph the Great or Mumph the Great or something like that the Great. From now on, your name is Lafcadio. And let me tell you, Lafcadio the Great, that tomorrow morning things are really going to start popping for you.
Well, let me tell you, old Finchfinger wasn't just kidding.
The very next morning, there was a parade for Lafcadio the Great, all of the way from the hotel to the circus tent.
Gentlemen, children of all ages, presenting the only sharpshooting lion in all the world, Lafcadio the Great!
And that is how Lafcadio the Great joined the circus.
And Lafcadio the Great began to get more famous until everybody knew about him.
And he went to Dublin to shoot for the Taoiseach.
And he went to London to shoot for the Queen.
And he went to Paris to shoot for the Prime Minister.
And he even went to Washington to shoot for the President.
And he learned many new things, like how to sign an autograph.
And Lafcadio was becoming more like a man all the time.
For instance, he learned to sit at the table with his left paw in his lap and his elbows off the table.
And then he stopped eating menus.
And he kept his tail curled up and seldom let it hang down, except when he forgot himself or he had a little too much buttermilk to drink.
And often I would see him dancing in nightclubs with the most beautiful, beautiful people.
Dowser, dowser, dowser. You make a rinka, rinka, rinka. Turn places, since the Hades, which are talented. Turtles, sauces, sauces, lappy, lappy, lappy. Sha, sha, egg roller, rice, rice, rice. Manche, rice, rice, rice. Oh, where in the lappy seeks an egg heart. Egg ale, egg the steel.
Until Lafcadio the Great became more and more like a man.
And he began to play golf.
And began to play tennis.
And he went swimming and diving.
And he began to paint pictures.
But to tell you the truth, he couldn't draw a straight line. Haha, get it? Lion, line, lion, line.
And he did exercise to stay in shape.
And he almost learned how to skate.
And he spent his vacations lying on the beach at Cannes.
And he learned how to sing and play the guitar.
And he learned to bowl.
And he seldom said grr.
Except on very special occasions.
And I suppose he was just about as happy and rich and famous as anyone could ever hope to be.
But that happiness couldn't last.
For one day, Lafcadio wasn't so happy. In fact, he started to cry.
He was inconsolable.
Why are you crying, my friend? You have money, and you're famous, and you have 7 big cars, and you're loved by everyone, and you're the greatest shot in all the world. Why are you crying? You have everything.
Everything is everything. I'm tired of money and my fancy clothes. I'm tired of eating raw Cornish and stuff with rice. I'm tired of going to parties and dancing the cha-cha-cha and drinking buttermilk. I'm tired of playing tennis, and I'm tired of signing autographs, and I'm tired of everything. I want to do something new.
Something new?
Something new, but there isn't anything new to do.
Haven't you tried going up and down the elevator a few times?
This morning I went up and down the elevator 1,423 times. It's old stuff.
Stop crying and start smiling, because every cloud must have a silver lining, and I just thought of a wonderful new thing to do, and it's brand new.
What is that?
Hunting. We're going to Africa on a hunting trip, so pack your guns and your suitcase and let's get going.
Wonderful! I have never been on a hunting trip.
So Lafcadio the Great packed up his suitcases and his guns.
And he and Finchfinger and lots of other hunters went to Africa to do a little hunting.
And when they got to Africa, they put on their caps and they picked up their guns.
And they went to the jungle and they began shooting at some lions.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't I know you?
I don't think so.
Well, how come you're shooting at us?
Because you are a lion and I am a hunter. That's why.
You're not a hunter. You are a lion. I can see your tail sticking out from under your jacket. You're definitely a lion.
Dear me, so I am. I had almost completely forgotten about it.
What is going on there, Lafcadio? Stop talking to those lions and start shooting those lions.
Don't listen to him. You're a lion just like us. Help us, and after we finish with these hunters, we'll all go back into the jungle and sleep in the sun and swim in the river and play in the tall grass and eat some nice raw rabbits and have a wonderful time.
Raw rabbits? Ah.
Don't listen to him. You are a man just like us. Help us, and after we finish with these lions, we will sail back home, go to some wonderful parties, play badminton, and drink buttermilk, and have a wonderful time.
Buttermilk? Ah.
Well, if you are a man, you had better help us shoot these lions, because if you are a lion, we certainly are going to shoot you.
Well, if you're a lion, you had better help us eat up those men, because if you're a man, we are certainly going to eat you up. So make up your mind.
Make up your mind, Lafcadio.
And poor Lafcadio the Great, he couldn't make up his mind.
He wasn't really a lion anymore, and he certainly wasn't really a man.
Look, I don't want to shoot any lions, and I certainly don't want to eat up any hunters. I don't want to stay here in the jungle and eat raw rabbits. And I certainly don't want to go back to the city and drink buttermilk. I don't want to chase my tail, but I don't want to play bridge either. I guess I don't belong in the hunter's world, and I guess I don't belong in the lion's world. I guess I just don't belong anywhere.
And with that, he shook his head and put down his gun and walked over the hill away from the hunters and away from the lions.
He walked and walked.
And soon from far away he could hear the sound of the hunters shooting the lions, and he could hear the sound of the lions eating up the hunters. And he didn't really know where he was going, but he did know he was going somewhere. Because you really have to go somewhere, don't you?
And he didn't really know what was going to happen to him, but he did know that something was going to happen, because something always does, doesn't it?
Lafcadio walked down into the valley alone.
But one day you may meet him.
Maybe on your way to school.
Or maybe in the cinema. Or maybe in the park.
Or maybe in a lift.
Or maybe in a barber shop.
Or maybe just walking down the street.
Maybe even down the shop.
Buying 5 or 6 dozen boxes of marshmallows.
He just loves marshmallows!